Good morning, everybody. Today, on Ash Wednesday, we begin the holy and graceful season of Lent. There are two ways one can approach this season. We embrace it entirely or not at all. There is no half measure in the season. Over the last few years, I have experimented with the intense approach to Lent and the one that says also, God will understand. I have tried both. I distinctly remember the outcome of both these approaches. The intense version of Lent always felt longer. Lent seemed to never end. But the graces began to flow in somewhere mid-Lent, and the feeling of Easter was spiritually elevating. Then there was the God will understand version, which begins with all the exemptions that one can ask based on age, based on work schedules, based on examinations, which always in India our children have at this point of time. Now, this God will understand version makes Lent end up rather quickly, and it seems that Lent ends before it even begins. It does not feel dreary, it does not feel tiresome, but I can assure you the graces don't flow. A few years ago, a young man in the parish of St. Jude told me that he had decided to leave work half an hour early in order to attend daily Mass every day during the season of Lent. Now, because he lived in the suburbs, it was not possible for him to attend early morning Mass and then leave for work. So he decided, let me come for evening Mass. Now, what struck me was not the fact that he did not miss a single Mass in Lent. What struck me is the deal he made with his employer. You see, in lieu of the half hour that he would have to leave early from work, he worked every Sunday through Lent to make up for that lost time. In effect, he gave up 5 Sundays and worked through the 6 weeks of Lent. Now, Lent must be a season when we set aside every pleasure and joy in order that we may fully devote ourselves to God. You know, Lent cannot be a season of tokenism. It has to be rigorous. It must be in that sense harsh. It must be the desert with its never-ending dunes of sand, and not some, as we find them, these modern Arabian cities with lights and entertainment. Understand why you desire to give up so much. It is because you want to give in to God's call to draw close to Him. Now, while many have traditionally given up eating meat and fish during the season of Lent, there are still others who skip a meal every single day. Then there are those who give up entertainment or alcohol. While I want to advocate these traditional and well-tested disciplines of sacrifice, I would like to strongly also urge that this year we add some faith learning and also a good deal of charity. This is the time, this is the one season that you can attend daily Mass, or at least begin. You can hear daily Mass all through the year. But make an effort this season. You know, the readings each day at Mass during the season of Lent are truly enriching. You could also log on to one of the many online teachings that are broadcast each day, like I do every day at 9 o'clock. Now, if your day is challenging and you say, Father, I don't have time to learn, to study my faith, do this while you travel to work and travel back from work. I know many people already do this in India. They plug on to their earphones or they pull out their rosaries and they say their prayers while they travel. This year, make an effort to also take leave from work and attend a parish mission or a retreat, We begin our parish retreat. Today is Wednesday, we begin it on Friday, and we are off to Igatpuri, almost 78 people, about 55 from the parish and then a few from outside, and we begin our parish retreat. And I thought it was commendable that so many people, in fact, we had a waiting list of almost 100 more people, believe it or not. And many asked me, would you do another retreat during the season of Lent? Of course, because of my pastoral commitments, both to the parish, to the school, to the museum, to the heritage committee, and in other areas of the diocese, I find it very difficult to stretch myself. But we also have a mission in our parish, as you are aware of, preached by Father Michael Payapalli, who will be here from the 31st of March, the 1st and 2nd of April, the 2nd of April being Palm Sunday. And if you'd like, you can WhatsApp me and I will send you the details. We are already pre-registering people for this program. Now, this is something you can do, attend a parish mission, also attend a retreat. And I strongly recommend a retreat because most Catholics barely in their lifetime attend a retreat. Now, take also some time to read about the lives of the saints, study the scriptures, or spend time in prayer in the Blessed Sacrament Chapel in your parish. Today is a very significant day for our parish because today here at St. Stephen's we inaugurated, or rather we blessed the Blessed Sacrament Chapel, which was renovated. And I truly thank the family that generously donated for the entire refurbishment of this beautiful chapel. I will put out a few pictures in a few days' time. So visit your Blessed Sacrament Chapel in your parish and spend time in prayer. Now, if the pious practice of saying the family rosary has also faded from your home, I recommend that you revive it. Now, besides spiritual growth, take time to practice charity. In my former parish of St. Jude in Malad East, every person in the parish would participate in what we call the Lenten Vada Pav collection. You know, the price of this version of a vegetarian hot dog, which costs all of rupees 10, was something that people were encouraged to sacrifice. The parish was asked to sacrifice this ever popular Mumbai snack and save that money. And this money formed part of the Lenten contribution, which was given both to charity as well as to the Archdiocesan Seminary in Goregaon. Now, many of our parishioners, I realized, did more than just give up this small savory. They would walk from the railway station rather than take a bus or take an auto rickshaw. Walk at the end of work, walk to the railway station at the start of work, and they use this time to say the rosary. I want to encourage grandparents, many of whom who are watching, and parents. Encourage your little children to start a little piggy bank in which they put their money towards the poor through the season of Lent, and let them bring that money and give it to the priest on Easter Sunday. Parents, I want to ask you, encourage your children while they are young to practice the discipline of charity. Now, in St. Jude in Malad East, the parish also participated in another Lenten program, a program called Lenten Lunches. Pooling in their money, families got together to cook vegetarian meals that were served to the needy just outside the church every Sunday in Lent. I thought it was a great way also to evangelize and to talk about our faith. We churned out hundreds of delicious meals that year. In fact, we did it for 2 years while sacrificing our own Sunday lunches. Find your own thing to do and don't go by what your best friend has set as their spiritual discipline. This is a mistake that many people make. However, I want to encourage you to aim high, and you know what you are truly capable of. For example, my birthday always falls in the season of Lent, and each year I inevitably end up visiting my sister in Dubai, even though it's for a brief 4 or 5 day trip. Now, even if I have to do, even though my birthday falls in Lent, I keep the celebration modest. If I have to travel, I keep my travel and my activities during that travel modest. So, while much of life goes on during the season of Lent, people will have wedding anniversaries, they will have birthdays, they will have cause to celebrate. Do that modestly. Do that modestly. Remember that we are in the season of Lent. Those who do embrace the season entirely begin to feel the difference and they sense deeply the presence of God. This Lent, I want to suggest, give God your all. Now, I have also provided in the description box of today the links of 8 articles that I have previously written on the season of Lent or on Ash Wednesday. Do click on these links and read them. From tomorrow, I begin a new series in the season of Lent. I have kind of made them a little easier to read. I will give you the links of the scriptural understandings of the gospel, but I've also picked on topics that affect our daily lives based on the first reading. So I do hope you will enjoy the season of Lent with me. Pray for me as I pray for you, and to all of you who watch this, I want to say thank you. Don't forget to like and share these videos. Please do leave these comments, and remember that one great way to give this season of Lent is to our home, our children's home in Goa, run by Lenny and Nadia Suarez, the Love Joy Hope Foundation. You can send me a WhatsApp number on 98202 42151, and I will tell you how you can reach out to this home and make a Lenten contribution. You will remember that I said that I make 2 collections a year for our own ministry in Advent and in Lent. I want to tell you that looking at our finances, we made a decent collection for Advent that would even see us through Lent. When I do need your help for this ministry, I will reach out to you. Thank you and God bless you.